Oh, hey, Justin.
It's been a while since I've been in this part of the cave.
Yeah. I hope you don't mind the redecorating. I got some plants.
Yeah, alright, whatever.
Yeah. Watch out for the cactus. All right, you're good.
Alright, yeah. Anyway, it's the Week 3 podcast.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
We do that.
Like the second week, right?
Oh, you sweet summer child. No, it's the Week 3 podcast where Darrin and I take turns on the third week of the month, as so named, to talk about things that we find interesting.
Okay.
And I've had a bit of a vacation, so I decided to go first this year.
All right. What you got for us?
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
What do Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, Ace Frehley of Kiss, Frank Zappa, and Alex Lifeson from Rush all have in common?
They all have Y chromosomes.
Besides that,
I don't know.
they're all notable players of the guitar, the Les Paul,
Okay.
the Gibson Les Paul. And today, I'm going to be talking about the man himself, Les Paul. It's not just a name on a guitar.
It's also a person.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Les Paul, that's his stage name. His real name is Lester Pulsfuss.
I see why he went with Les Paul.
Polsfuss.
Yeah, I see why he went with... That's like a Shawn Michaels, Michael Hickenbottom situation.
Yeah.
I get it, yeah.
Yeah. He was born in Waukesha, Wisconsin, and it was known as the Wizard of Waukesha. And I'll get to that in a minute.
All right.
Born in 1915, died in 2009 at the age of 94. But he started his kind of musical journey at the age of 8, where he learned the harmonica and moved on to banjo and eventually becoming a guitarist, playing with country music bands, roadhouse performers, stuff like that, just traveling with musicians and playing. At the time, the electric guitar hadn't been invented yet. And when it was invented, it was very, very temperamental, because it was a hollow body, which means it's hollow on the inside and very prone to feedback, especially those early models.
Now, I imagine this is because guitars, like acoustics, all have hollow bodies, and so they just kind of went in the same direction?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, an acoustic guitar is hollow on the inside, and when you play the strings, it resonates through the body and comes out through the resonator hole to kind of, quote, amplify it. The first electric guitars were all hollow bodies and very temperamental because it was early technology. And so they were prone to feedback, which, if you don't know, is when something goes...
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it creates a feedback loop. Well, he got to playing around with stuff. He's an inventor. And one of the early things he tried to do was make a solid guitar, a solid electric guitar. One of the things he tried first was taking a 2-foot piece of railroad rail, not the wooden ties, the rail.
Okay.
And stringing it up like a guitar. Like, he modified it and put strings on it.
That man made a hobo guitar?
That man made a hobo guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. But eventually, after a near-deadly electrocution, not from that guitar, from something else, one of his other inventions, and a few other incidences, he took basically a 4x4 chunk of wood and put a pickup on it, which allowed the neck of the guitar to be attached to that, creating effectively the first solid body guitar, which doesn't feedback unless you specifically lean it right up against the amplifier. And to make it look, and he called it the log, because that's what it was effectively. And he made it after hours at the Epiphone factory. Like, he would go in and tinker with stuff because he knew the people there and whatever. And to make it look appealing, he took a hollow body guitar, cut the middle of it out, and slapped it to the sides of the log so it looked like a regular guitar.
Okay.
And he approached Gibson with this in 1941. And Gibson was like, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, a few years later, Fender caught on to the idea and they made their own. And Gibson was like, hey, get that Les Paul guy back in here. We need...
Dang it.
Dang it, yeah. Well, I mean, Fender's first solid bodies were the Esquire and the Broadcaster. They are not nearly as popular today as the Les Paul.
I mean, I had an Epiphone Les Paul for a number of years.
And so do I, yeah. But that's not all Les Paul did. Like I said, he was an inventor. He was a musician. He invented things, recording techniques and things that we today take for granted. What he called tape on tape, which was basically double tracking, which is where you record something and then you go back and you record it again and you layer it so it's like a fuller sound.
Right.
He invented that. And he invented it in such a way that he could do it live.
Nice.
And making tape loops so that he could play something and it would just repeat that over and over and over again. And he would layer another one on top of it and so on and so on and so on. Delay, phase shifting, the home studio. Like, he invented things so he could do all of this stuff at home. He and his second wife, Mary Ford, throughout the 50s and early 60s, would go on radio and television and stuff like that and perform. And he was doing all these funky things on the guitar and she was singing. It's really cool. If you get a chance, look it up on YouTube.
Okay.
Les Paul continued to play live with his trio until he died at the age of 94. Like, every Monday night in his late 80s and 90s, he had a standing gig on Monday nights at a bar where he lived. And he would just go there and play every Monday night.
Cool.
Yeah. So, this is kind of a short one. But these are never meant to be super long.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and so obviously Les Paul had huge impact on music. What attracted me, I think, to like the guitar that I had, it was a Cherry Sunburst Les Paul.
Yeah.
Is, I don't know, when I think electric guitar, I mean, you know, the Stratocaster and all that, but that shape, the Les Paul design, is what I think of when I think electric guitar. It just seems not user-friendly. That's not exactly the word, but it's close
iconic.
Enough. Yeah, yeah.
It is, and it really is. And I've got one as well. And mine's not Cherry Burst. I was a little jealous of that. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those guitars where it's instantly recognizable.
Now, I know that both Gibson and Epiphone.
So for a while, Gibson and Epiphone were separate companies.
Right. And
then Gibson bought out Epiphone. And that is their lower tier. Those are still really good guitars. They're made very well.
Yeah, that was going to be my question, because I know both of them do Les Pauls. Is there like a difference?
It all comes down to manufacturing and components. So like a Gibson Les Paul custom or whatever will have the best wood. It'll have, you know, everything will be hand wired. It'll just be a very meticulous piece of artwork. Whereas a lower tier Gibson or an Epiphone will have mass produced parts that they can slap together and whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't diminish the overall quality because an Epiphone Les Paul plays very well, sounds really good. An Epiphone itself as a company had a bunch of original guitars before they were bought out. Even the Beatles played Epiphones. So it's like, you know, that's a plug right there.
Right, yeah.
But Gibson bought them and then they just kind of became there. Well, you're gonna make these and we're gonna get Gibson is where you spend the most money. Epiphone is where you spend the middle of the road money for a good quality.
Epiphone would be, this is the consumer-friendly brand.
Yes.
And Gibson this is the hobbyist/enthusiast.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Yes. And a lot of Gibson customs and signature models have an Epiphone version as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it is funny how he built the guitar at an Epiphone, the log at an Epiphone factory, took it to Gibson, and now Gibson and Epiphone are the same company.
Such is life.
Such is life. It's weird like that. But that, in a nutshell, is the man, the Wizard of Waukesha, Les Paul. He did amazing things with his inventions and the guitar. He was a fantastic guitar player. Like I said, even up until he died, he was still playing. And he has been honored and hailed by legends as the legend.
Nice.
So, there's everything you never wanted to know about Les Paul.
Cool. Well, I feel informed.
Well, good. I guess that means it's your turn next month.
Oh, yeah. I've got a couple things in my crystal ball here.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.